Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome to my channel, and in today's video we will discuss here a couple of examples relating to the cosine law, another rule that facilitates you in finding out the unknown sides, the lengths of the unknown sides and the unknown interior angle of a triangle which is not right in nature, or I must say which does not contain 90 degrees. It could be either oblique triangle, it could be acute angle triangle, and so on. So over here I've just managed one example. You can see that this is an oblique or obtuse angle triangle. Angle D is given to us, and these two sides lengths are also mentioned. We have to find out the third side. Okay, so before approaching to the formula, let's mention here the variable of each side. So we are going to apply here the conventional strategy that the magnitude of the side is going to be represented with the small letter of its opposite vertex. So it is small d, and this is said to be your small c, and this is your small a. Alright, so this is it. Okay, now we have to find out here this side D, the value of D. So we are going to use here the cosine law. Remember that the side whose opposite vertex cosine is mentioned in the formula, that side is written in the form of a subject like this, and the remaining two sides you just take the sum of their squares. Then you're going to subtract it with 2 times their product and the cosine of this vertex D or angle D. That's what the formula you're going to use. Let us now substitute the values, and a simple calculation is required and nothing else. So let us do this as swift as we can, and we are going to get the answer within no time. Okay, so d square gives you 49 plus 16 minus this is 14 and 4 give you cosine of 106.4, and the product of this thing is giving us negative 15.8 approximately. So this is going to give us finally negative give you positive, and okay, so the summation of these three digits gives us 80.8, and now we are going to take the square root at both sides. So once when you take the square root, you're going to get almost 8.989. So if we just round up this thing, we can write it almost 9. So it is 9 units, because units are not specially specified here, so we simply write units here in general. Alright, so that's how the cosine law helps you. Once the two sides and one angle is given, the third side can be determined with the cosine law as well. Alright, so now let's move on to one more example. Let's see what it is asking us to do. Okay, so this is the second one. Here the three sides lengths are given to us. We have to find out one of its interior angle. Alright, so we have to construct here. There's no need to construct the figure because we have no idea what could be the interior angles. So we are simply going to use here the formula. So just you see that this angle E is required. So you are going to use that formula for the cosine, in which this small e is going to be the subject. So this is it, and the remaining two sides you just take the sum of their squares, and then you subtract it with 2 times product of D and F into cosine of this angle E. That's what it means. Okay, so in rough, if I just simply try to draw it, for example, if I am having a certain triangle in rough, that's what I'm roughly drawing. So if this is your E and this is your D and this is your F, So this is your small e, this is your small d, and this is your small f. So angle E is something they are asking us to find out. Okay, so that's what we have to find. Now we are simply going to substitute here the value, and instead of you can directly substitute the value here in this formula, or for your convenience, if you like, there is no such compulsion. It just depends on your priorities. You can use this formula as well, like if I just swap these two values here, the formula of the cosine laws that deals with the cosine as a subject, we are going to use that thing. Sorry, it's d squared plus f squared minus e squared. So we come to know that cosine of angle E is equals to this. You can use this formula as well, so you do not need to put switch your numbers here and there. So you just substitute the values of the three sides and you just get your answer. So cosine of this angle E is going to be 30 squared plus 70 squared minus 50 squared upon 2 times d and f, and that's it. Okay, so it's going to be 900 plus 4900 minus 2500. It's going to be 6 and 42. Alright, so let us now simplify this thing. Cosine of angle E is giving us 3300 upon 4200, and it's 33 upon 42, so it is going to be 0.785. Now you take the cosine inverse, you're going to get the measurement of angle E. That's what you call E cap. That's another way of representation, nothing else. So you just take the cosine inverse of this stuff, which gives you 38.23, or simply you can truncate, you can write, that's it. Also you can write 38.2 if you want to. Okay, so that's how you just use your cosine law. If the three sides are given and just one angle you have to find, that's a beautiful way of getting the taking the help of your cosine law. Let's see one more example. Okay, so over here you can see the two sides lengths are given to us. Two angles are also mentioned here. We have to find out the length of the third side. Alright, so we should construct here the figure. It could be according to scale, it could not be according to scale. That's entirely up to you, and you should decide it after looking the marks distribution of your question once when you receive such kind of things in your exams. So for instance, if you are having a figure like this, I just say this is your L, this is your M, this is your N, and this is your 51.2 degrees. This is going to be your 63 degrees. This is something we do not know. Okay, this is your small L. That's what you call 6.3 units. This is your N, which is 7.206 units, and this is your small m. That's what you have to find out. Okay, this is a rough figure, I must say. If you are interested in drawing the figure according to scale for more accuracy, and for if you just simply pour yourself into the trigonometry and you are too much you demand too much perfection in your work and you want to draw the figure according to scale. So let's see if we just draw the figure according to scale. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, so over here you can see that if we determine to draw our MN line segment, we can construct our angle N with the help of our protractor. Also we can draw LM line segment as our foundation because angle L is also given to us. that's our choice. So I have decided to draw my LM line segment as my foundation, and then I'm going to proceed my figure. So with the help of a scale, here you go, the scale, and this is 77.206. So I'm going to approximate my figure, and I will draw a line segment of 7.2 approximately. Okay, the 7.2 is going to be here. Alright, so I'm going to draw the line from here to the 7.2 up till here. Okay, now over here at the end point L, I'm going to put my protractor. It's quite dirty one, but too much dirty. Oh my god. At least I have to rely on this. I haven't got the other one. Okay, so from here I'm going to calculate my 51.2. So my 51.2 is approximately here. This is my 51, this is going to be 52. 51.2 is in the mid. So I'm going to approximate it, and I will take it 51. Okay, so it is going to be somewhere here. Alright, that's the point I've just got, and I'm going to draw a ray starting from point L up to going on and on and on. So I will just draw a ray here. Okay, it's like this, and I just call it LX ray. Okay, now what I have to do, I've been provided here length MN. So now I'm going to use a compass, and I will stretch my compass up to 6.3 units. Alright, and I will put my needle at point M, and I'm going to draw an arc that is going to intersect this ray LX at a certain point, and that point is what you call the vertex N. Okay, so let us do it. Okay, so I've just stretched my compass up to 6.3 units, and I've placed it on my point M, and I'm going to intersect this ray at this point, and that's the position where it is intersected. So this point of intersection is my point N. Okay, so this is something that you call N. I'm going to join N and M. Okay, alright, so that's how the figure looks like. And this line segment from here to here, this is of 6.3, and this is your L, this is going to be your N, this is M that we have to find out. This is our 51.2 degrees. This one, when you calculate, you will come to know it's definitely going to be 63 degrees. Okay, so because we have now drawn this figure according to the scale, that's how it looks like. Okay, so though it's a little bit different from our rough one, but at least it is quite close. So alright, so what we have to do now, we are going to use here cosine law, because exercise deals with the cosine. So we have to find M. The two sides are given to us, so we are going to use here that formula of the cosine, in which M square should going to be the subject, because in that case we are going to get the thing that is required. So it is going to be n square plus l square minus 2 times nl cosine of angle M. Okay, the same problem you can also figure out with the help of the sine law as well, and this is something that we have discussed already in the previous video. So over here you see angle M is required, and in the question M is not given, but the two angles are given, so we can easily find out the value of the third angle by subtracting these two from your 180. So we'll get angle M within no time. So let us find out our angle M by subtracting the given two angles from your 180. Okay, and it's going to be 65.8 degrees. Alright, so this is your 65.8 degrees. Now let us now substitute the values and get the answer as swift as we can. Okay, let's move with the speed of light if it's possible. Okay, so you just need a nice calculator. You just insert the values and you will get your answer within no time. So what actually requires is the clearance or clarification of your concept and nothing else. So that's it. Once the insertions are correct, definitely nobody can stop you from getting the right answer. So now you just solve this thing. So after solving all this, we are going to get it 54.39 unit squares. Approximately you can write 54.4 unit square. Now you're going to take the square root at both sides. But once when you take the square root of this thing, you're going to get the thing that is required here. So the square root of this stuff comes out to be 7.375. 7.375. So if you just round it, you can write 7.3, 7.38. Also you can round up to 7.4 units. Okay, so this thing is 7.4 units. Alright, so I think these problems are sufficient enough in getting the concept. So if you find this video helpful, please, I humbly request you subscribe my channel, hit on the like, share this video as much as you can with your friends and other learners, and do write your feedback in the comment box below. Alright, take good care of yourself. Inshallah, I'll see you in the future with more helpful videos. Allah Hafiz.